Hello super mommies and daddy, this is Meera shining in from dream.catcher.meera. Today's topic is going to be a real interesting topic because it is on solid foods, and all the new mommies and moms to be will be surely keen to know about when to start the solid food for their babies. So all new mommies and mom to be, watch this video till the end because these 10 signs are definitely going to be helpful to identify if your baby is ready for solids. So let's get started. Yes, so I am going to talk about the 10 top signs that you can identify if your baby is ready for solid foods. The first of all, the questions comes at when to start the solid foods. Up till the age of 6 months, every mom should do a breastfeeding because breastfeeding is the most important thing which requires your baby. The breast milk has all kind of nutrients and it provides immunity to the babies, and so it is recommended that you start the solids after 6 months. But there are also times when you see early that yes, your baby is ready. Generally those times are from 4 months. Some babies shows signs that they are ready to eat solids from 4 months. So you can also start weaning as early as 4 months, but before 4 months it is totally not recommended. So don't even try to do before 4 months. If you are willing to do, if you are willing to wean your baby, then you can start as early as 4 months and not before that. But before starting that, you would definitely like to know if your baby is ready for solids. So these are the 10 signs that can help you to identify if your baby is ready to start for solids. Talking about my son had shown many of the signs which I'm going to talk about you in this video, and that's why I started with solids with him when he was 5.5 months. Truly speaking, he was ready when he was already 4.5 or 5 months, but I waited for few more weeks so that I am confirmed. And yes, I started solids with him at the age of 5.5 months. So these are the signs that I have noticed in him, and that what exactly I'm going to share with you so that it helps you to identify if these signs you can find in your child so that you can start solid at the right time. Starting with the first one is the adequate neck and head control. By that I mean that if a baby is able to control the head and neck portion, meaning this portion, then he is perfectly or she is perfectly ready for the solids. By that I mean that if you allow your baby to sit on your lap, then he is not able to sway in sideways or forwards. He can adequately stand straight from this portion. That is the first sign. Along with that, what is the second sign is if your baby is able to sit upright, meaning that if you are holding your baby and allowing them to sit on your lap or on a high chair, the back area is straight enough so that it is not bending forwards or sideways. He also have an adequate control to it with and without support. I can understand that when a baby is 4 months or 5 months, he is not able to sit on his own. But at least with your help, if he or she is able to sit with support without any kind of swaggy movements, then also it is a sign that he is ready for the solids. Coming towards the third point. The third point is disappearing the tongue thrust extrusion reflex, meaning that when the babies are small, they have so many kind of reflexes to protect themselves. Tongue thrust extrusion reflex is one of those reflexes in which they can identify a foreign object from that of a breast nipple. That's why anything apart from the nipple or the bottle nipple, he will reject it or she will reject it, meaning that the tongue, he will do like this. This is called tongue extrusion reflex. He will move the tongue from inside to outside in giving you a sign that he is rejecting it. If he is or she is doing that, then the baby is not ready for this. Wait for some time. Don't force them. And if you see that okay, the baby is no more doing such rejection signs, instead he is looking forward to things to put in the mouth, then of course definitely your baby is ready for that. By that, we move forward to the fourth sign because it is connected to it, meaning that if your baby is drooling or moving towards things to put things in their mouth, then of course this is the sign that your baby is ready for the solids. Whatever they have in their hands or whatever they try to grab in their hands, they try to put them in their mouth, meaning that yes, your baby is ready. The fifth point, which I observed in my child when he was 5 months, I had a feeling that okay, my breast milk is not enough for him to feed. He needs something more additional. If you have that feeling, then try for solids. That is one sign that okay, your baby is ready. That's why at the age of 5.5 months, I started with him with solids because I had this feeling okay, whatever feed that he is getting or whatever nursing that he is doing, it's not adequate, it's not enough for him, and that's why he it's frequently hungry, meaning that every next hour he cries out of hunger. In that case, I added solid to his diet, and that was a perfect time for me to start for him with solids, and that worked out, and he was very happy with it. If you are feeding your baby and still your baby shows the signs of hunger at frequent hours, then don't wait. Please give them solids because that is the perfect time to start with the solids. One more thing that I noticed with my son was that whenever I sat on the table to eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whether I'm taking snacks, and he is playing, suddenly his attention moves over the area where we are eating. Everything, whatever he is doing to us, and he looks at us constantly as if he's willing something, as if he's wanting something. And I observed it for a long period of time and I was thinking, what is it? Why is he looking at me like this? And then it struck to me, okay, he is interested in food. And this comes to us the sixth point. If your baby shows the signs that he or she is interested in food, meaning when you are eating, he or she is constantly looking at you or looking at the food with an interest that he might get it, then yes, this is also a sign that your baby is ready for the solids. The next thing what I did to find out if he is actually interested to start with solid is when I sit for breakfast, lunch or dinner, I took him from the floor and made him sit beside me on the high chair and watch him carefully if he pays attention to the spoon. I took the spoon near to him to see if he comes forward, and yes, he came forward. So that is the seventh sign. If you bring a spoon near to his mouth and if he comes forward to take the spoon or to or opens the mouth to take the food, then definitely he or she is ready for the solids. So observe carefully. If you bring the spoon near to the mouth of the baby and the baby moves the upper and the lower lips inwards, meaning then yes, your baby is ready for solids. And this is exactly the eighth sign of readiness for the solids. Let me tell you one interesting point. I also did one interesting experiment with my baby. What I did was whenever I was eating, meaning whenever I was chewing my food, I moved my face on towards my baby and I chewed. And exactly My baby did the same. My son did the same thing. He started looking at me, moving his jaws the same manner as I did. And that was also the ninth point that you can rely on to see if your baby is ready for solids. Last but not the least, and the most important point is if your baby weighs double the weight of that he was born, then he is absolutely ready for solids. My baby was born with 3.3 kgs, and when he was 4 months, he was already 7 kgs, meaning that he was ready since 4 months. But I waited for a few more weeks. So my little son Vivaan was ready as 5.5 months to start with solids by identifying most of this 10 of the signs which I mentioned in the video. And I hope you also find this video interesting and an adequate time when you can start with solids with your babies. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please hit the like button and also comment in the comment when did you start the solids with your babies, and share it with your friends and family members, especially to the new mommies and mom to be. For now, goodbye, namaste. Love you all from Meera Raval. Keep watching Dreamcatcher Meera. Say bye. Yay. Yay. I just woke up. Yay. See you in the next video.